Today I'm gonna put the Yolocam S7 against the FX30. Now on paper, the FX30 should absolutely destroy the Yolocam S7, but what did I say? On paper. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all, welcome back, y'all, to We Shoot Films. I'm creator and I teach about content creation, lighting, filming, all of that good stuff. So if you're into video production, period, and product reviews, make sure to subscribe, share, like, do all that good stuff, man. Look, I was just thinking about the Yolocam S7, and if you're a person who always comes to this channel, you know I love my Yolocam. I love Yololiv's products. I use the Yolobox Extreme all the time. And I was just thinking, I talk so much about how the Yolocam can replace my mirrorless camera. Let me have them go face to face and let me know, what do you think? And am I correct or am I wrong? Now, let me tell you, this shot right here, this angle, when you see this angle, this is the Yolocam S3 recording me right now. So let's get into this, man, real quick. Also, let me say, I'm not going to tell you which camera is which to the end. So, hey, leave it in the comments, see if you're right. So don't cheat, all right? Keep it 100, watch the whole video. All right, y'all, let's talk a little bit about the sensor and image quality. Now, the FX30 uses a larger APS-C Super 35 sensor, while the S7 uses a Micro Four Thirds sensor. The Sony is gonna obviously give you more flexibility when it comes to low light, depth of field, dynamic range, and overall filmmaking. The S7 can output up to 4K 60, which is a big deal for a camera designed primarily for studio content, podcasts, YouTube, and live streaming. You can send that 4K signal out through HDMI or USB 3.0 so you can feed it directly into your switcher, Yolobox, capture setup, or computer. Now, over that USB 3.0, the S7 supports MJPEG and H.264 at up to 4K, while NV12 and YUY2 output are available up to 1080p. That makes the S7 much more like a true plug-and-play studio camera than a traditional mirrorless camera that you have to adapt into that workflow. The FX30 also gives you 4K 60, but it can go all the way up to 4K 120. So if you're shooting slow motion, music videos, commercials, or cinematic B-roll, Sony definitely has the advantage here. The FX30 also records in 10-bit 422, giving you way more flexibility when it comes to color grading. But for somebody sitting in the studio creating YouTube videos, podcasts, interviews, or live streams, the 4K 60 coming out of the S7 is already more than good enough. Now let's touch on autofocus real quick. See, now autofocus is another area where the FX30 should have the advantage, right? Because Sony's autofocus system is extremely good, especially with the face and eye tracking. But the S7 also has autofocus, and you can even adjust how fast the autofocus transitions. So we're definitely gonna test the autofocus with both of them at the same time to see how they both react. Let's do that right now. All right, y'all, so I got my trusty little remote control here. I'm gonna just put it up to him and see what happens. Here we go. I'm not trying to get all extra deep with the autofocus, but as you can see, they both do autofocus amazing. They both have AFC, AFS, face tracking, manual, you know what I'm saying? Now the FX30 obviously is gonna have way more, like, you know, looking at animals or stuff like that, but come on, we're talking about content creation. Do you really need this mirrorless camera, this 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000? Do you need the FX5 in your content studio, or can you just get the Yolocam S7, which basically looks the same, but way more than half the price? I'm just saying, y'all. But let's get back to it. The FX30 also gives you 5-axis in-body stabilization. The S7 doesn't have IBIS at all. So if you're doing a lot of handheld stuff, walking around, more traditional type filmmaking, that's a win for the Sony all day. Like I said, the Yolocam S7 isn't built for that. The Yolocam S7 is built for content creating in studio, plug and play. You never gotta mess with it. It's there all day, never's gonna overheat. It's trustworthy, it's dope, and it's not as expensive as these mirrorless cameras these days, but it does the same job. I mean, am I making sense? Let's keep it moving. Now I get it, you know what I'm saying? I get why people want the mirrorless camera, but I'm just saying, cameras are becoming so expensive right now, and it doesn't make sense for most people who do content creation to spend $4,000 or $5,000, $3,000, $2,500 on a camera when you're in the studio most of the time. If that's you, it makes no sense when you can get the Yolocam S7 that has interchangeable lenses. I mean, looks just like a mirrorless camera. I mean, can you tell who's who? Who's who? Let me know right now. Let me know who's who. Is it A or is it B? Which one? We will see. Don't cheat either. I'm trusting you. I know some of y'all gonna cheat. Hopefully some of y'all don't. All right, let's keep it moving. I think the S7 really starts to pull ahead for content creators because the S7 was designed around the exact things we do in a studio every day. So the S7 is obviously for YouTubers, podcasters, live streamers, educators, church, business, course creators, interviews, or somebody building a permanent multi-camera studio. This is exactly the type of camera I think you should be looking at. First, it's made to stay on. I've literally forgot that I left the camera on for days and it's never overheated. It just keeps going. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's because Yololiv uses an all aluminum body with a large heat dissipation design, which lets it stay on 24/7 with no overheating. I'm telling you, I've done it. I forgot and just left it and be like, oh man, I left it on. It's a little hot, but it won't overheat. Like, that's dope. So, I mean, it's dope and it's important because, like I've said before, if you're in a situation where you're shooting long podcasts, live streams, or church services, class, or recording sessions, that's a huge benefit. You don't have to worry about it overheating. I'll take that all day versus I'm spending $2,500 on a camera and they tell me it might overheat. I'm spending $2,500 and it might overheat. The S7 is only what? $699, $799, I believe, if you buy the 18mm lens from Yololiv, which is what I'm using right here. You know, whichever one they is. You don't know which one is which yet. I got you though. I'm gonna tell you soon. I mean, for $799, you get the Yolocam S7 and an 18mm 1.8, I think, or 1.4. I forget. I gotta check. Man, come on, stop playing with me. Let me get back to why I think the S7 is better. All right, now you also get simultaneous recording of HDMI and USB-C video output. You can run your HDMI into a Yolobox, ATEM, or switcher, or connect it straight to a computer over USB and use it as a webcam without needing a separate capture card. You still got a real Micro Four Thirds interchangeable lens mount, so you can choose your own focal length. Get a wider shot, tighter shot, optical zoom, or use a fast lens to get that more professional shallow depth of field people really love. You also get 4K 60, real-time autofocus, adjustable autofocus, speed, manual focus, manual exposure controls, dual native ISO, white balance and exposure lock, and Yololiv's Compose software for camera control and live color adjustments. And because there's no complicated traditional camera menu system, the S7 is basically designed to be set up, connected, and left in the studio. And if you're using the Yolobox Extreme like I do, this thing obviously just works with the ecosystem of it. And it's flawless. It's dope. I'm using it right now. This whole recording is only recorded on the Yolobox Extreme. Yeah, I know this isn't about the Extreme, but man, when you pair the Yolocam, it's crazy, yo. It's a wrap. You don't need nothing else. You don't need OBS. You don't need nothing. It's like, this is literally all being recorded. Audio, everything you see on the Yolobox Extreme. A traditional mirrorless camera is going to give you more filmmaking features, obviously. But in the studio, you might never use half of them. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? What you really need in the studio is great image quality, reliable autofocus, interchangeable lenses, continuous power, simple connectivity, and a camera you can trust to keep running. And that's what this Yolocam does. It keeps running. It keeps going. Both of them, the S3 and the S7. But right now we repping the S7. So I said it before. If I'm gonna spend $2,500, $3,000, all right, I'd rather spend $2,000 or so, $2,200 on the Yolobox Extreme, all right? That gives me 8 HDMI inputs, but only 5 of them are 4K and the 3 of them are 1080p. You can live stream, bring virtual guests, add NDI, SIM card, internal 200 gigs, do overlays. You could do too much with this thing. It's more than just a switcher. This is a beast. So you're looking at $2,200 around there for the Yolocam Extreme, all right? Somewhere around there. The Yolocam S7 is $699. $199. And if you want the bundle deal to include the 18mm lens, you definitely should get, it's $799. And the Yolocam S3, what you're looking at right now, is only $200, $199. But I would rather purchase this stuff than one camera that's cost me $2,500, $3,000, $3,500. No, I'm not doing it. Not if you're doing content creation like what we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? Just don't need it. It's not necessary. Your money's going to be spent better by getting the Yolobox Extreme, 2 S3s, or 1 Yolocam S7 and 2 S3s, whichever way you go about it. That's going to be more productive for you. Now, if most of your work is outside of the studio and you're shooting commercials, music videos, and all this type of stuff, no, all day. Get the FX30, 875, 874, whatever, FX5, whatever. Get that type of stuff because you need that. But I'm speaking to the content creator that does a lot of in-studio stuff, and you can still take this out of the studio. I've taken this to podcasts, all right? It's a small footprint. Taking it to podcasts, simple setup, record my podcast. You can even take it on events. If it's an event that you can be static and you're just gonna put a camera there to look at in one direction, why not? You could take the Yolobox Extreme, a Yolocam, 2 S3s, or put a few phones somewhere if you want, connect them to NDI. There you go. I mean, I'm just saying, this thing is a beast. You know what I mean? But I just wanted you to see, you don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to spend like that. Spend wisely. Spend your money where it stretches the game better, gives you more for your workflow. Again, the Extreme, 2 Yolocam S7s or 1 Yolocam S7, 2 S3s is gonna benefit you way more than one camera. All right, so hopefully y'all been thinking about which camera is which when I have it in this mode right here. And so let's reveal. All right, this is the FX30. This is the Yolocam S7. Now, tell me, did you figure it out? Were you correct? Did you just guess? You know what I mean? Some of y'all probably just guessed. But I'm telling you, and if there is a difference, I promise you, it's pretty minute. It's pretty small. So that's it. Just wanted you to see that. And so that's what we got. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully that helped you out if you was thinking. And this isn't about specifically the FX30. It's to any camera, whether it be the FX5, whether it be the FX6. I don't care what camera it is. Anything other than this. To me, at this point, Yololiv has really tuned in to really knowing how to create a webcam that looks like a mirrorless camera. Even their $200 cameras look like mirrorless cameras. I mean, I've proven it over and over. So, you know, it's on you. If you're interested, the link gonna be in the description below. No extra cost to you. Please use it. It helps out the channel a little bit, shows them that you're watching. Definitely appreciate y'all checking out the videos. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. You feel me? So other than that, Yololiv too, salute to you. You know what I mean? Everything that you do, I'm definitely a supporter. And this isn't just, you know, because I love Yololiv, I'm leaning on the S7. It's just true. I use it every day, y'all. I literally use the Extreme S7, S3 every day. Let me get off this thing. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell on the side so you get notified on time. And like I always say, it is what it is. I'm out, y'all.